All right, so you've been injured in a car wreck, rear end situation, T-bone situation. You know that the police are going to get called. Maybe you get medical services called right away. And I've seen it a number of times where the driver, the one that got hit, gets out of the car and kind of says, I'm okay, I'll be okay. Well, statements like that can be used against you in the future to make it sound like, well, you're okay. Anything happening after that, is not related to this accident. You don't know yet whether or not you're going to develop a problem with your neck or your back, or maybe a concussion symptom, for example. Things can develop over time as a result of having an impact to a vehicle, and it's automatic, and I think human nature to just say I'm fine, I'll be okay, when those kinds of things that you might say naturally could really hurt you in the future without you even realizing it. And so I think it's important that people know that, it's okay, get out of your car if you're able safely, of course. Do things like share your, information about insurance. If police are called, share truthfully with the police what happened. Don't say things like, I'm okay or I'll be okay. Those kinds of things you just don't know and you're not in a position to know at the time. But share truthful information with police, contact insurance. But you don't need to share anything about your condition because it's not something that you can know immediately upon, an accident or a crash or a car wreck. It's just not something that you should be speaking about immediately. If you're talking to your insurance, a lot of times they'll want to know what happened, how you're feeling. They'll have kind of a whole list of questions that they might want to ask you about the crash or the accident that happened. And maybe you get contacted by the other insurance, an adjuster for the other party involved. It kind of depends here, but just I think a good general rule of thumb is before talking to any insurance, you will want to talk with an injury attorney that can guide you through. You want to make sure that you get some guidance from someone who's been there before and can help you with those things. The other kind of piece of things is that your attorney should be able to reach out to adjusters on your behalf so that you don't need to give those statements. And maybe you work with your attorney on a response. Each case will vary, but what you say matters, and you just don't know kind of how that might come across later in a negative way potentially. And so I think it's important that if you're in a wreck or in a car crash or an accident, you contact an attorney as soon as you can so that you can get some guidance before you say something that could really ultimately hurt your case.